Exclusive interview.
You've come all the way from Israel, first of all, haven't you? But based in the States before. Now then, if anybody's not heard of him, just looking at your website right now, 16,891,000 people in the past 24 hours.
No, visits, loads, the time the page has been visited, which is a couple of million people.
Okay,
and,
still quite a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot. It's become sort of a international clearing ground of news. Not just American news, not just British news, not just European news. Anywhere news. I mean, this to me is the future, is no boundaries. Of course, I'm American-centered, and 85% of my readers would come from America, but as you could see, the French strikes, I've been following that. There are a lot of international stories that have appeal in America.
What's the secret, then, of a good news website?
To keep it going, keep it jumping. You have to, sometimes I find myself updating hundreds of times a day. Hundreds of times a day. So it's to be completely live, almost as if you're animated with text.
I'm surprised you didn't come in here with your laptop. Do you go to bed with it?
I took a break.
Does it make you twitchy that you take a break?
No, because I've been doing it for almost 13 years and I've learned how to pace myself. Because there are no time zones anymore. I mean, what time zone are we applying this broadcast to? I mean, I've watched you all over the world. So someone's waking up now and someone's going to sleep.
Now, one report you've quoted on your website tonight from the Washington Post suggesting that print media could be dead in 10 years. Do you really believe that?
Well, that wasn't me. That was the former broadcast anchorman for NBC who's retired. We've had a whole generation now of broadcasters in America who have retired, and there's a new crop coming up, and he sees print dead. I certainly don't see that here in London with the Sun and 3.5 million circulation a day. You really have to get to America and USA Today and Wall Street Journal to get half of those numbers. So London is a very vibrant newspaper town where the States are having a transition to digital, and I think that's the prediction, is 10 years or less. Simply, why are you printing when everything's on a screen or now moving to a little telephone?
The problem is, though, that anybody can set up a website, anybody can post something on YouTube or similar sites as well. Who do you trust now?
This is it. You really have to get to know where you're getting your information. But this also applies to corporate broadcast. We've had tremendous disasters on CNN and BBC and retractions, and New York Times made up stories. So who do you trust at any level? It just comes with what you're familiar with, and you have to really, read a lot of varied sources is what I do. I mean, in the course of a day, I read 20 to 30 newspapers because you want to get different shades.
Big election next year. How big a role do you think that the internet and websites will play in the way people make their decision on who to vote for?
Well, it depends what the broadcast outlets do and don't do. Back in the last Clinton administration, during Lewinsky, for instance, which I had to break on the internet because the other people wouldn't, if we're again faced with a corporations who don't want to report real news, the internet will play a very valuable role in the underground, catching real stories that are being spiked.
But the problem then is you begin to embody the worst of the web. You begin to embody rumors and scandal, things that can't be confirmed, the things that possibly give the web a bad reputation.
Oh, but why is that exclusive to the web domain? I mean, we certainly see that in other medias. So that's a 1990s discussion. We're now in a totally new era where information is information. You just really have to set your own threshold in what you believe and where you go for information. Because, again, because you're getting it from an established source doesn't mean it's true.
And what about the future of people like me who broadcast on the old-fashioned medium of television?
You'll be okay, Anna. You'll be here for years.
I want to hear it from the man who's been here for 13 years doing this.
Well, but you bring it all to life. You bring it all to life, and you add such flair to the news, as do one of the reasons I'm in London is the media here is unparalleled. I mean, it surpasses New York, it surpasses all the other great cities of the world. This is the media town.